Hey everyone, happy Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. My weekend was really good. We kind of just hung out most of it, but yesterday I did get to go see my lovies, my three beautiful little grandbabies, and we had dinner at my daughter and son-in-law's house, and our adult son joined us. So it was a very, very nice weekend. I love spending time with my babies. So I just wanted to say good morning. And since it is a Manny Monday, and some call it Mixed Manny Monday, I'm going to do something I have never done for you guys before. I am going to apply a mixed Manny that is for the holidays. I posted in the VIP group for everyone to send me their ideas, to look on Pinterest or wherever and pop some ideas to me. I had ideas between a few things, but there's so many to choose from. I wanted to get some input and see what else was out there. So unfortunately, guys, I didn't choose exactly anyone's. I did go with one that I had picked out, and I think it probably just stuck in my mind. So I did choose that one, and I am going to show you what I chose, and I'm going to show you how to apply it. It is mixed Manny art. So don't get scared. It's really, really, really easy from what I've seen, because I've actually never done this either. So you are going to watch me do two things I've never done, and we're just going to see how it goes. So if it goes bad, you may never see this. If it goes okay, yeah, you'll see. If it goes good, yay! Anyway, so I have already prepared my nails. I did my, pushed my cuticles back. I, filed them. I did all the things I normally do for a manicure. The only time I don't do that is if I change my nails out, like within a week. And I'm actually not embarrassed to say that. Sometimes I just change my nails out in a week when they are still good for another 2 or 3 because I want to change them. So I didn't have a whole lot to do to prepare this time because I just put them on for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to start with showing you the sets we're going to use. So first of all, we are going to use Would You Rather. It is a beautiful green, deep, deep, deep green. Just beautiful. It's not the bright, super bright, like primary color green that you might associate with Christmas. Oh wow, my little record button's red and it looks like red and green right together. That's funny. You can't see it, so I just look like I'm stupid. Anyway, so this is Would You Rather. This is actually going to be the base. And the next layer is going to be a pure white, which is Swiss and Tell. It is just a cream, no sparkle, just white. And that is going to be part of our next layer, but we will be doing some cutting with this one to make a design on that second layer. And our third layer is going to be the fantastic, out of stock once again, Crantastic. It is a gorgeous, true, deep red with fantastic sparkles on it. So this is going to be part of our third layer, and again it is going to make a pattern. We are going to cut this one as well. So yes, I'm going to be opening 5 packages, but let me just say that with the 5 packages and then what we're going to do, there will be a ton left if you want to twin with somebody or do all your little girls, do anything you want, because there's going to be a lot left. So the fourth layer is going to be this beauty. This is Berry Mary. This is beautiful. It's one of the Christmas releases for this year. I think this might, if I remember correctly, be one of the only Christmas ones that is still available on the website, or at least it was earlier today. So this is Berry, 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 Berry. And all of these I do have in stock if you decide that you just can't live without this Manny and you're missing 1 or 2 of them. And then for the pièce de résistance, this is Glitter Sweet. This one is also out of stock. I do have a few of these. This is going to go over top all of it when we're done with all the designs. So let's get started. Like I said, I've already prepped my nail, but I am going to show you what I would normally do is I would normally, you know, push my cuticles back, make sure they're all back, but they're done, so I'm not going to waste your time. But that's what I would do. I would push my cuticles back, and then I would prepare. So, and I am going to be sneaky, and I'm not going to show you the finished product at the beginning. I'm going to show it to you when we're done. So I'm going to open up my nails. We're just going to, I probably should have done this off camera. We're just going to open up the packages, and here's number 2. And here's number 3. Some of them open just a little differently, depending on when they're released. They have a little bit different packaging. And here is number 4. And our gorgeous glitter sweet is number 5. So here we go. Since Would You Rather, the green one, is going to go over the entire nail as our base, I'm going to start with that. And so now I'm going to turn the camera down, and I am going to not show you my face probably for a little while, unless I go up and down. We'll see. So in the packet, in case you've not ordered one before, so in the packet comes your strips. I'm going to take it up right here. So you have your nail strips, and there's 2 strips with 16 total nail strips on them, and you can see they're very, 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 very varied. There's different sizes for each of them, so you can even see on some of them there's a different shape at the bottom than there is at the top, because we all have different nail shapes. And even if you have long nails, these will work. These work over acrylics and gels, and actually they work over everything because they are 100% real nail polish. They are not stickers. They are 95% dry. I'm sorry, yes, 95% dry, 5% wet. So you don't ever feel the wetness. It's just enough to give them some malleability so you can get them on and have them adhere to your nails. So because of that, they come off with regular nail polish, and if you have acrylics or gels, they come off very well with a non-acetone product. A lot of us use a more natural product called Mineral Fusion, and there's absolutely no acetone. It leaves your nails really, really nice. It doesn't dry them out. So anyway, so that's a good way to take them off. So yes, you can use them on your artificial nails. I wore acrylics for, I don't know, probably 20 years. And I lived and died and swore by them. But I gotta tell you, these things are so easy to do that I would never go back. So here we go. That's number 1. I'm gonna go ahead and open, you know what I'm gonna do? Now I'm gonna turn the camera down. So here we go. Let's see. I'm half on. Ah! I told you I did this one before. Okay, so can we see? Yeah. And by chance, if you happen to see my lower side, I stuck a pair of LuLaRoe leggings on that don't match my shirt, but you're not going to tell anybody. And I'm going to go ahead and open the greening, the Would You Rather. And there is a place here where you can tear it. But what I do is I cut it as close to the seal as I can, because I know that I am going to want to reuse these. And I've done a video that shows about resealing them. You reseal them, you know, right here when you're done with a heat sealer. They're really only guaranteed for 1 use, but you really can seal them and get more uses out of them. I just can't tell you that for sure that's going to happen, because that's not how they're sold. So here's these strips. There's also a prep pad, which is basically just a alcohol pad. And then it comes with a little file. Sorry, some people use a file at the end. I personally do not, unless it's a super, super thick glitter. I might use one. So I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to put this over here, and I am going to put my nails right there, and I'm going to toss this over here on there. I'm going to open up, let's see here, I got them backwards now. Okay, so now I'm going to open up, and I'm only going to take the strips out because I don't need another pad. I only need the one, so you can just save it for another time. Yeah, and I'm gonna just open these. I wish I would have thought about opening and had these ready. Maybe I'll cut it out. Maybe I'll edit the video. So, and you know, I'm not wearing my glasses, which I will have to put on in a second here. So we know that this is number 2. That's the white Swiss and Tell. And then we have our gloriously fantastic, crantastic, our sparkly red, which is going to be the 3rd. Again, cutting it really close. Yup, did I get it open? Ah! Okay, well, yeah. Guys, glasses are going on. Okay, so here we go. Let me just get it a little more trimmed off there. Oh, now we got it. Okay. Now we're going to go with our lovely holiday Very Merry, which is just so, so pretty. We're going to open this one. And I'm going to get that there. And then our last, but definitely not least, is the ever versatile, ever lovely Glitter Sweet. It is just so glittery and so sweet. So let me open these and then we shall get started. Like really started. So the first thing I'm going to do is, since the Would You Rather, the base, the dark green, is going to go on all the nails and fully on the nails, I am going to select the size that fits me best. And you always want to go, if a question between 2 of them, you always want to go with the larger, because you don't want sides. And there are some tricks I might do video. Sorry, I didn't get all of my nail file properly. There are some videos that that I might do to show what you can do if you have, let's just say you have part of the set left because you've done mixed manis and you really don't want to waste it, you really want it. You can actually, there's a way where you can take a smaller one, but underneath it you can cut a strip. Like if you got a small piece, you can cut a strip and put it on it. And then I would recommend probably an overlay. But that way you're not wasting it and you get the green base. So I'm going to choose, I think I might choose this one this time because I want to make sure. And it's a pretty big one for my nail bed. I think you guys can see. But I'm going to go ahead and choose it anyway so I can also show. So I'm going to, and I kind of do it in reverse. Let me just say that the proper way is to start with your pinky and with your thumbs, because you're going to use your thumbs. They really are the only tools you need. So I'm going to start that way. And I'm not going to do a full set. I'm actually only going to do 1 nails. Otherwise, we will be here for quite some time. So I'm just going to show you 1 application on my pinky of the whole set and how I got there. So the next I'm going to do is, and this will work for me for both thumbnails. So I'm just going to set that aside, and I'm going to choose now my pointer finger. And let's see what we got here. I think I might have to go up 1. What does it look like? Nope, that's a good one. So I've got that one there, and I don't think you guys can see those. I'm going to move them back. So here we go. There we go. So I've got thumb and pointer, and let's see, this might have to go for my middle. And normally I do tend to use the smaller one, even though you're not supposed to, because I want to save these for my petty, because you can get a petty out of these too, even though for nails. There are a lot of different things that you can do to get a mixture of manis and petties. So I'm going to move on now to my ring finger. And I think that one might be just a little on the small side. Let me go to this one here. Let's see what we got. Let me try this. Nope. I'm going to go back up to this one. And as you can see, it's a pretty good fit. So that's ready. And then my pinky. I normally, you probably just saw that stuff fall off in the floor. I normally do the smaller one, but just so you can see how a bigger one also can be made to fit your nails. That works as well. So on the next layer, I'll pull all of those out if I need anything else for the my right hand, I'll pull them out later. So for the solid white layer that we're going to make a design out of, well, sorry guys, I did this without glasses and I didn't get it open all the way. Okay. As you can see, my little work tray here, I really only have a pair of scissors, cuticle pusher, and the nail file I brought with me to show you, and then of course the one that came out of the kit. But really, there's nothing else you need, unless of course you were taking your polish off at the same time, but that's another story. So I will grab the one of these out, and because we are going to be cutting these, we do not need to be exact with them fitting perfectly on our nail bed, because we are not going to use the whole thing. So in this case, but we are going to use a part of it. So I just want to make sure that it does fit correctly. So I'm going to use this one for my thumb. I'm not going to be using the big one. That for my thumb. And as long as it goes across the top part of the nail, yep, I'm going to be using that for my pointer. And this one where it might get tricky. Let's see what I can do here. I might have to do this way and cut more, but we'll see. As long as I can get it so that it works across, and that is not going to work across the top. So I'm going to have to go into this one, the second set here, and take the one that I was going to use, the same size as I'm using for my pinky. I'm sorry, Lies. Pointer, I'm going to use here because that will fit. So pointer and middle are going to have the same one. Now this one should go ring finger very nicely. Ring finger, yep. And then we're going to do pinky, and I think in this case I can probably get the small pinky out of this one. Let's see. No, I am going to go with the big one this time. I'm going to go with the bigger one. So let me grab that baby out of there, and that's this one. So yeah, that's much better. Okay, so we've got our 2 layers done there, and they're all lined up, and we've got our Crayon-tastic that I am so excited about because I love this. And again, this is going to be the same situation. We're only using part of it, so I'm not even going to take it to measure at this point because we're going to cut them down. So I know that I'm going to use that thumb. And let me put these over here so I don't get them confused. Sorry guys. So, okay. So, and we know that this one was going to be for the pointer. And we decided this one was probably not going to work so much for the middle. So we're going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to take that and put it there for the ring. Or no, yeah, ring. And then we're going to go pinky on this one. And what did I do for the middle? Oh, I took it from the other one. Okay, yeah, that one there. And then I'm going to go grab the middle finger from the second set of strips. Look how many strips are left, right? What did we do? We did, which one? We did this one. That one, that one, that one. Just look how many strips are actually like left. All of these are left. You can definitely get, I just tipped that over. You can definitely get another set of, you can get either Mixed Manny doing some design or something out of it. You could actually do your whole entire nail with what's left, both hands with what's left here. It's just usually some creative turning of the strip. And then this is going to be the same exact thing. We're just going to take out the exact one. Okay, you know what? We are not, because I am actually not going to use, this is going to be fun. I am not going to use any of these actually for this. Or am I? Did I change my mind? I will be right back. So I decided to use all of the completely covered strip with all of the berries on it instead of the one that would be part way. So it would have, like, depending on how you put it, you could have that at the bottom, Here's, let me get a bit bigger one. So you could have that at the bottom and then white the rest of the way. You could do it so that you have this up top. There's a lot of different ways you can turn it to make it work. But I decided I was going to use this because I like it. So, and because it matches the one that I found that I love so much. So then the last thing is, and because I have all these out here because we are going to, it's not going to be traditional the way we're going to put some of these on. So, and this is going to be over top. So I can just go ahead and pull out what I know I'm going to use. Let's see here. I'll do this. Put this back over here. I'm probably only going to need this. And what do we got here? And that, and that, and that. And you're probably going, how is she only going to need that? Well, you'll see. So I'm just going to take out, I'm just going to leave a couple of them here to see what we need. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. I did not alcohol yet, but even if I had already done it once, I would have done it again because I've been touching stuff and your hands, you know, get oily quickly. So I'm just going to go like this and get my nails done. Open it up a little bit. And like I said, it's just alcohol. So, you know, you can grab an alcohol or cotton pad with alcohol on it. And this, and I'm going to go over here and get this now. And this, and it's really, really, really important that you do this step. Don't omit it because your nails will not stick on. The strips won't stick if your nail beds are oily. So let's go ahead and do that. And then, you know what I'm also going to do? I'm also going to just wipe a little bit on my fingers because we are going to touch them, and you can touch them. There's no problem touching them, but we should have not oily fingers. Okay, so here we go. So like I said, we're gonna start with the would you rather. So I'm just gonna peel off the top layer and put it aside because we don't need it. And then I am going to peel off that. And I use the anchor method because my hands are not very steady. So I go like this. I put this back on here. I pull this off, which I did it without you seeing it, sorry. And you know what I just did? I just made a boo-boo because I'm not thinking here because I'm out of my element. Guess what we start with? We start with pinky, don't we? Always. So let's just do this. And see, I'm going to put it back on there because I'm going to use it right away. So I'm going to take this apart now, if I can get it off my fingers. There's electricity in this room. We turned on our heater for the first time today because it got freezing in the house. And I know some of you, it's really cold where you're at. But so we put the heater on a little bit. Now there's a bunch of electricity like in the air. So, okay, back to this. So like I said, I'm going to use the anchor method. And that piece I took off. And so we're going to start here. And I am going to place it in the center. Can you see me? Yeah, good. I'm going to place it in the center and make sure that it covers my entire nail. Oh, that's not great. So I'm going to start over and try to keep it off the back cuticles. And I got that over to the side. And so these stretch a little bit. So if you find that they're not quite wide enough, you can just stretch them just a little and get them on your sides. And then you can see that this goes on my skin a little bit because like I said, it was too small. So I'm going to push and I'm going to push outward and I'm going to push sidewards and I'm going to push outward. And then I'm going to fold it under. And then I'm just going to take my nail and I'm going to go under here and cut it. And I left a little piece, but I'm going to put that there because I am going to use it, sorry guys, on my pinky later. So I'm going to put it back, my other pinky. And I didn't pull this all the way off, so you just pull it off. And we have our first coat on. See? First coat. Then now I'm going to go over to the white. And since it's a pinky, I'm going to take this one. And like I said, bear with me because we're going to learn this together. I'm going to pull the white off and I'm going to anchor it, but I'm going to anchor it weird because I think that I'm going to use the back. No, I'm not. How am I going to do this? Okay, so I'm going to take the anchor off because I'm going to do it this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a diagonal on the green from corner to top, leaving a moon shape on the bottom of the nail. So side to side. So if you want, don't push it down because you can still get it back up. And I just ripped it, but that's okay. So if you know you're going to do layers and you're going to need to place, don't stick it yet. So because I want it a little more diagonal here. So from there up to there on this, then I'm going to straighten it a little bit. Now it's right where I want it. So I'm going to push it down. And this is when we're going to use different pieces because of the way it's shaped. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to cut it with my nail. And you can see how easy that is, right? And you don't want to stretch it too much at the end of the nail so you don't get any nail wear. And this is what I do sometimes with this. Let me get rid of this here. I take the pusher, and when I'm doing this kind of stuff, I will go like this to make sure that it's all the way inside of the fingernail, like that, so you don't see any sides. So I will push this a little bit, not stretching it, just pushing down a little bit. So I know, kind of pushing down there. So I know it's good. And then I'm just going to then take my nail and I'm going to trim it off. And here we go. And you want to make sure it's separated in here when you do that because you don't want to pull it. Maybe this doesn't look too... Let me just say though that if I can do this, anybody can do it because I'm not particularly artistic in this area. In other areas, yes, but not in nail designs. So this is what we have now. So we have that on now. So we've got our green, we've got our white. And I'm going to put this over to the side here because we're not going to use this piece. We might use this one on another finger, maybe like on the other pinky. That should work. So now we're going to go with our Beauty Fantastic. Taking this apart just like we've been doing all the way along. And it's sticking to my fingers again. So I'm going to pull this. And this time I'm not going to anchor it because I'm going to have to place it. So I'm going to pull off this piece, which you haven't seen me done because I've been doing it off the camera. And they're very sticky tonight, which means my room is probably really hot from the what did I say it was? The heater. Okay, so we want now just a little line. So we're going to put this, and that's up to you, whatever size line you want. So I'm going to put it right there. And I probably used, see, it's really sticky. So what I should probably do is go put it in the refrigerator for a couple minutes, but I want to get this done for you guys. And I would have been more careful about how much I use, by the way, too. So here we go with that. And then again, it's pushed down. I'm going to take it, I'm going to push it in here just to make sure, but I don't want to stretch it. Because if I stretch it, then it might cut it so that it's not covering the whole nail anymore. So I'm just going to go like that and push and push and push a little bit. And I like to also kind of push it right towards the edges here to make sure it goes over the tip of the nail, because we're getting towards the last of the colors and we want to make sure it goes over the whole thing. So now I'm going to go ahead, and I just wasted that. I'm normally not that wasteful, sorry guys. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to pull this, and I'm going to pull that like that. And I'm going to save it because I'm going to use it. I know I can get something out of it. Even if it's a hole punch, design. I'm going to get something out of it. So, did we get it all in? Oh, I missed a little tiny piece right here. So you just go like that. You just go like that. There you go, and it's gone. So now what we're going to do is we are going to put on, and you know what, sometimes I do this too. I did get a tiny bit on my cuticle. So what I do without pulling too hard, I kind of take this and push a tiny bit on the cuticle so it moves back a little bit, and then you get this off of it. And so then you have a clean canvas, if you will. And so that's what we look like so far. We look like that. And that is not color over there. I think I accidentally clipped my nail my cuticle a tiny bit. So that's what we have so far. Okay, now we're gonna put our wonderful, fantastic Berry Mary on it. And we're gonna go like that. Again, we're gonna do this. And I'm gonna take this piece off. And like I said, if you heard, I know you heard me talking about it being really sticky. That's the heat. If they're too firm, it's too cold. If they're sticky, it's too hot. So if it's too cold, you can take and put your blow dry on it just for a few seconds and it'll heat it back up so it's usable. And if it's too hot and they're really sticky like this is, just put them in the refrigerator for just a tiny bit. So we're gonna have, again, we're gonna have a red line there. I'm gonna do it this time so I'm not wasting so much since you know what we're doing. Okay, and so I'm gonna hold it so it fits my hand. And we're gonna see how much red we want there. And I think that looks good for my likings. So I'm gonna push it down, push it down, push it down. And obviously the longer your nails are, the more you're gonna get of each of the layers. So you just play with it and till it suits you. So again, I'm gonna push this side down, and I'm excited because Glitter Sweet's coming next. And that, and that, and that. Just push it down, but don't pull too hard. So it separates it, but it still gets it right where you want it. I'm gonna do the end a little bit here, just because that's what I do. You do you, I'll do me, and I don't know what we'll do. We'll all be happy. How about that? You do you, I do me, and then we'll all be happy. There. Okay, so we are going to now do the taking off, and I'm going to push this down here, here, here. And there we go. And this is what we have right now. And another thing I wanted to share really quickly, if you decide to just try and make your own nail art, one thing I've noticed is when you're layering, try, if possible, to always put the glitter or the sparkles underneath a solid. If you put it on over top of the solid, sometimes, like a solid on a solid is good, but if you were to put this glitter on, like, let's say we put the berry on first and then glitter over, sometimes even with an overlay, it has a little ridge, but when it's underneath, you're covering the difference in thickness. Okay, so now here we go with our very last one, which is going to be the Glitter Sweet over top. And I just want to make sure I get a big enough one, because this is going over the whole thing. So I just want to make sure. Okay, I'm going to turn it that way. So as we've been doing, we're just going to peel it off, pull off, and as you can see, that is clear. It is just glitter on a clear strip, and then we're going to put this over top the whole thing. And just want to make sure that you don't start pressing down until you have it in exactly where you want it. Now this one is a little bit big for me, but that's okay, because I can get rid of that, but then at least I know 100% it's going over the top. So Now I'm going to push it down. Do the standard push down. Sides, sides, sides. Push it to the top. And then I'm going to bend it over here. And I'm going to do this with the nail. That's my tool. There, there. I'm going to pull this off. And I'm going to save it because I'm going to use this on my other pinky. So I'm just going to put that right here, put it off to the side for my next one. And because this one was a little wide, it did go over. So I'm just going to do that little trick where I'm going to push this down in here. I do turn mine that way, like that, so I can get it cut off. And sometimes when it goes in like that, and especially if it's really sticky, I might use this just to pull it out so it comes off. Sometimes it cooperates, and sometimes it don't. That's like, was there a commercial like that? Something about something don't. Oh, Peter Paul. It's like Peter Paul Almond Joy has nuts. Peter Paul Mounds don't, because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Yeah, I think it was something like that. Anyway, so now, again, because I got a tiny bit, just a tiny on the cuticle, I'm going to do what I showed you earlier. I'm going to push it down with the cuticle pusher so that it goes underneath any cuticle that it might have gotten on top. And I don't know if anybody else does this, but I am kind of, I guess you can say OCD, neurotic. I don't know what you would say. So, oh, just a tiny bit of clear, but I'm not going to keep you here while I do it. I just needed to just clean it up a tiny bit. That's all. But there you go. So it did take us, what, about 20 minutes to do one nail. That would normally not be the case. I was just going super slow and being very intentional about showing you how to do it. But this is what we got. It's exactly what I wanted. And so I am very pleased with the look. And then off camera, I will finish applying them, and I will post this video tonight and you will see them all finished. So I hope you enjoyed this little lesson. And I have a crooked shirt on. I don't know if I like the way this camera looks, but it's just the way it is. So glasses are glaring. So I will talk to you guys all later. If you have any questions, just post them in the comments below after you watch the video, while you're watching the video. And I will answer them. If you have any suggestions on a way we can make it look different, you think would look better, a switch up, you think, like maybe, I don't know, dripping in diamonds, or what else do we have? I don't know. If you think something else would look better with it, or something you've tried and made your own, please tell us about it. Please take a selfie, post it, show us. There are so many choices for Christmas nails this year. So let's use them all. And if you want to do this and you don't have all the colors, just let me know. I'll probably put the shopping link in here at the bottom as well. And then you can go and pick them up. And if they're not online, let me know. And I do have some of the Christmas and holiday left in stock. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good evening. Bye.